bigger discrepancies between the spider's cash as well as the ES futures here. You could probably even tie in with the SPX as well. Okay, so what am I trying to do? Not the S, on an SP and an X. There we go. So the discrepancies will widen out. Now you can see that if we go here, it's going to it's going to look like an overshoot high, the bearish engulfer high. And I do want to look at the S&P cash and the futures in tandem today. with all these
Hello.
things,
Hello.
really tell you, or allow you, I should say, to have the confidence in something like this. So again, number 4, breaking that zone would kind of go against all the supporting evidence that I've found in the market over the last week and a half or so. Okay, that is what we've got in terms of our having ideas for the ES as we come barreling into this morning session. A beautiful Monday, December 1st. We've got a bluebird day. It is nice clear skies, but crisp out. Let's double check. We're supposed to get a little bit of a winter storm blowing up the East Coast this week. I'm not here to be your weatherman, but we will take a peek quickly. Yeah, it feels like 31 degrees. It's a little chipper than the 50s, maybe even 55, 70, 60s. Looks like forecast actually is for a little bit of snow on Tuesday. A little snow on Tuesday, Friday, chances of snow. I mean, the snow restrict could be kind of interesting. Let's see. That's the ES path. Let me take a sip of this coffee, and then we'll continue on. I think New York is supposed to get 5 to 7 inches. Excuse me. Maybe I should have tried that air filter. All right, are we good? Are we ready to rock? Ready to keep moving along here? So. All right, 3, 2, 1. I already took the sip, so here's the food. Gone. Let's jump on over to the Spiders Cash ETF and see what's going on over here in SPY Cash Land. Once again, the concepts of pathing is going to look very, very similar. The only thing that's going to change here is just the numbers and the reference points. So, first thing I want to do is correct this bar. This drives me nuts on Thinkorswim. I can't believe that we can do this across all the time frames. I've already corrected the bar on everything other than the 30-minute time frame. So disappointing. Let's go 682.65. Apply that, get a decent looking chart. Okay, that's better. All right, so with that, Spider's Cash, now that we've corrected this right side, where are we opening? Clearly, it's a bit of a gap down relative to the Friday range. Once again, we're concluding that Friday is just treated as an overnight session. So for me, it's not really a gap. You're just opening inside of that range from Wednesday. So as we think about where this opening is going to be, really want to throw another level on the screen here. I wouldn't call you crazy, just like we talked about that 67.27.
Can I give you some advice?
79.5.
Hello. Welcome to the stream. All right, we're trading the ES today. We're gonna kind of get a pre-market analysis going. Welcome to the stream. We're live, RyanMac TWB. Thanks for joining us. Good morning, good morning. Trading the ES this morning. Man, we got a nice big dump off from Friday's close. We had a holiday hours. I mean, we had some pretty good Black Friday news, but we didn't seem to get it to take off. But the house is about to get real loud, guys, so everybody's getting ready to go to school. All right, we got a trend test on the ES. We got to get past 68, 13, 50. Gonna today I'm gonna just spectate the ES more so than anything. Start taking trades later down the road. Just kind of watching the pre-market, trying to get a good feel for the market, kind of the vibe of what's going on and what's going to happen. You gotta make sure that you feel the market, right? That's part of something that you become more experienced with, especially in the ES. The ES is down currently 45 points. Sheesh. We're rejecting the 200 EMA. If you're looking at my chart for the first time, I have the 5, the 9, the 20, and the 200 EMA. I use pivots, and then of course you have the VWAP up here. With just anchored in session, and then I wrote my own indicator, so I use the MACdicator, so it shows me where auction gaps are in the market, and I have a trend fib up right now, this bear flag. So from the high, session high, all the way to session low, to back to session, this midpoint. Kind of drawing out a Fibonacci retracement. From bottom to top, kind of did hit that 60 percentile right there, that golden pocket. So we should see some more downside. Should see. But this is a chart analysis again. See if we can't stay below the 200 EMA and below the VWAP here. I don't know how New York is going to respond when we get open, but so on my chart also you're seeing the Bookmap, and you're actually seeing resting orders here on the right hand side next to the price scale. And then you see time and sales to the left, geared in at 5, volume of 5 or higher. We do use several different prop firms, and those are at the top, and you'll be able to type that in the chat. We got 4 streams. Check us out on Bookmap. If you don't already, check us out. You guys can hear me okay? Everybody hear me okay? We're staying below trend here a little bit. We got a S2 pivot down here back at 6,809. Already tested it a couple times already and bounced out of it. So are we going to continue, or are we going to create a poll. There you go. Let's see if that works. Bye-bye. Hmm. All right, we got about a half hour before we get started here on the market open. I wouldn't be surprised if we come back to the VWAP at 680, 68, 68.22. But we do have to kind of find out if we're going to break this resistance at 6,818. We have resistance there. Exactly what it wants to do. But the EMA is pulling up over the 200 EMA. So we'll see exactly what happens. We got about a half hour before we get rolling. We're indicating we left behind 2 ticks and we're at the gaps, and we have this going down right now. And then of course we have a gap up here. So the question is are we going to come back up to 6,827, or are we going to reject off this VWAP here? So see what happens if we can break this resistance. Today I'm going to sit flat and just do an analyst, go over my chart, get acclimated. This is actually my first day streaming during regular trading hours with my OBS. Underneath the live Alex TWB umbrella, so you guys got a live streamer now. So feel free to support the channel by hitting the like button, subscribing. Plan on doing this pretty consistently in the morning and in the evening. Everybody hear me okay?
Get dressed.
All right. If you're just joining the stream, we have Bookmap's price scale and resting orders on the right of my chart of the price scale there. We have time and sales orders coming through on the left here. We got price gaps that are up there. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break, and I'll be back in a bit. All right, let's get going here. We got about 15 minutes, 16 minutes. Straight up. I'm straight up. Straight up back to the VWAP. We did reject it quite a few times. We did look above, fail. We do have this gap up here at 68.28. Let's look at the pre-market SPY real quick. Take a peek. What's going on? Wow, all the way to 677.96. So it's just a matter of what exactly is going on. Back to the ES. Back to the ES. Broke that VWAP. See if we can get a close above. We still got about 15 minutes. Look at the 15-minute candle here. So we got that going on. Rejected VWAP there. Pretty good. Now if you could just get a close below this new 15-minute candle. We got about 15 minutes before we get market open. Did you know that TSA is charging people for not having a real ID? I didn't know it was fake. Goodness gracious. Pretty soon we'll have digital ID and they'll charge you for not having a digital ID. We got on the economic calendar today. Let's see what we got today. ISM manufacturing PMI. We got ISM manufacturing PMI today, and that's going to be at 11 a.m. Eastern. We have manufacturing employment, manufacturing new orders. Some good news, we got the 3-month bill auction at about 12:30 and the 6-month bill auction at the same time. So we got some news, got some catalysts to change red folder events. Let's see exactly how this open wants to go. We got about 13 minutes to market open. Haven't taken a trade yet, sitting flat, sitting on my hands here. Just analyzing, watching the market, getting a good feel for it. Back to the trend line. Out of curiosity, I know I'm just getting my OBS started, but can you hear the Bookmap? You shouldn't be able to. Got about 11 minutes. We're testing this trend line once again. Rejection of the VWAP is promising. We just need to get below the 200 EMA, below this trend, if we want to retest the support here at 68.1175-ish. I'd say 68.12. So let's see exactly. I'm going to draw a line there. Actually, let's move this up. This looks like a little bit better support there. 68.12.75, 68.12.13, which is also where these gaps are. $10 minutes. We got 10 minutes before we get going on market open. Thank you for joining us. If you're just joining our stream, kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at. We're looking at time and sales on the back end here. We got the book map with resting orders on the front next to the price scale. From our original stream. Did I enter? No, I haven't entered menu. Nope. Although a VWAP sell would have been ideal there. But I mean, I will take trades if I see the setup is right. I'm sitting on my hands right now for market open. So we got the 200 EMA that just broke. And then of course we open in about 7 minutes. We got about 7 minutes before we open. Testing these 1 tick gaps down here. 68.13. Let's see if we, typically what happens when they hit a price action auction gap, price does something other than continue. So let's see if we continue on with that. And we're testing POC on the VWAP down here. Broke trend. Got about 5 minutes before we get started to open the market. We just got below the 200 EMA, pushing the 5 EMAs, pushing this price down. It's holding resistance below that. Hoping to continue lower. See, we got pretty average volume, resting volume orders down here. We do have 2 auction gaps down here at 68.05. Hopefully we can reach for that when we break a pivot. All right, let's see if we retest this 200 EMA. and head back down.
Alex_TWB said, we have all the add-on turned off except for trade to win. This is to handle the data lag that I am seeing coming from Rhythmic.
You need to, or you're going to get a haircut. You need to learn how to take care of that long, thick hair, or you're not going to have it. No, stay.
1 minute. 1 minute. We got about 1 minute before the market opens. We are going lower. Okay, we got that support that I was talking about here. We can break and close below. We got about 6 seconds before we have the market opening. Right back up to the moon. Interesting. Right back up to the VWAP. Classic. That was a classic move. Right back down. Doesn't know what it wants to do. Sheesh. Definitely wanted to go back to the VWAP. Yeah, we might push right back up. See how the VWAP handles it here. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Volatility is real. Hmm. there's your typical retest of the VWAP after we broke it. Now, are we gonna bounce off of it, or are we gonna continue lower? Is the question. We came up and touched this gap and rejected. Now we come back down, hit the 20 EMA, and bounce. We still want to push lower. Now we got to break the 200 EMA if we want to head lower. It's a good question if we do or don't, but here we go. We're at the 200 EMA. Looks like we're taking it with some speed here. Oh yeah. Still got plenty of time left on this candle to go back up. Let's see, if we can't close below that 200 EMA, I wouldn't hold my breath to staying down here. Very volatile. Extremely volatile. We can come right back down to the 200 EMA. It's still young, still early in the candle. Let's see. We could get into, if we break, if we get below the 200 EMA, we can keep going. Bears are fighting. They are fighting real good. They want to keep it lower. Candle's still young. Still got about 30 seconds left on this candle. If we close below the 200 EMA, then bulls are going to be a little bit in trouble. Oh, we closed. Closed right below it. And we do the retest. We do have a gap up there that we left behind, so we'll see if it comes back to 68 and 20-ish. Give or take. We'll see if we can stay above the 200 EMA now. Retesting the 5 EMA. See how it goes. Waiting game. Oh, I found some speeds. Got some sellers here. Sellers are fighting. Bears just want to keep it lower, but bulls are holding it up nicely. Let's see what we come up with here. We got it needs to stay above the 200 EMA. What can you say? Wants to pump? It's gonna pump. Let's see exactly how it goes. Get some power behind that one. Nice, good push back up. Why wouldn't it spike up? Interesting. And we go, market's just giving us 18 points. Up, down, up, down. Still vote for cheaper. I want to see it get cheaper. A lot cheaper. Hoping that was a 200 EMA get out. But you get the 200 EMA. Deltas are red, so hopefully. Excuse me, man, I'm tired. Got about 10 more minutes. I'm gonna stream for. Send you guys all back to the book maps. Really appreciate you guys supporting my stream, giving us a good watch. It's gonna get better as time goes, just a matter of time. Ugh, tired. Might have to take a nap. You know, I'm seeing a lot of mixed setups. We got the VWAP back down there. We're coming up on a standard deviation right now. It's 68.31. Need stay below. All right, we got about 196 contracts up there above 68.35. There you go, about 189 contracts. We're gonna see if things come into play. All right, we're gonna reject this pivot. And reject this pivot, and or we're gonna continue. I'm not shocked that the market wants to keep continuing to push up. Not shocked at all. See how it reacts to this pivot.
Real Stories 11 said, "Mr. Kaz, are you here? I miss you. Please talk in Kaz."
Yeah, we're gonna break the pivot. Just keep going. Kind of figured we'd do a quick pump up. I'm gonna give it about 6 more minutes here. I mean, markets don't move, or are supposed to move like that straight up, but it happens. I have not taken any trades today or thus far. I probably will take one later, but I much appreciate you watching the stream, supporting the channel. I'm gonna give it about 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna send you all back to the ES, where we have 3 additional streams. You have the ES, the N cube, and gold and oil. So just pushing up. Probably get it right back up to the high. Nice, good pumps up. Good pushes. Straight up back to previous open. Much appreciated for all of you watching. I'm just getting started here. This is going to be a little bit more consistent in my schedule, and I appreciate you supporting and watching the stream. I'm going to head over to the non-video side of things and mute my mic, but I'm going to be charting for about 2 more minutes here. So, but I hope you have a great day. Stay green. Check out our affiliates. Thank you for supporting and watching. Thank you.